Hi, Diesel. He said he wants to go in the Bronco. We'll go. You'll help us.
He'll go out.
Hi, welcome to 151 Garage. I'm Sean.
I'm Jill.
And today we're actually going to fix an issue that I had before with the speakers. So if you guys didn't watch the last, I think it was a couple videos ago where we replaced the 4-inch speakers throughout the entire Bronco, we did kind of a temporary installation with the wiring. Well, during the time, there was no wiring adapter to adapt this to the plug itself that goes into the car. While you do have a lot of people that are willing to splice that connection and get rid of it altogether, there really isn't a whole lot of room with that plug to cut it off and to splice in a new plug or a new wiring or anything like this. If you make a mistake, it's gonna be even shorter, and that's just gonna suck. I've dealt with vehicles that have the connectors cut too short, and you pretty much have to go inside the vehicle further up the wire to splice the new wire, and that's just never a good answer to have too many splices. So we did have a viewer send out a comment that in one of his videos it shows the wiring connectors. So you have this right here, and I'll show a close-up when we get to that point in a second. But this right here and these right here, what these are the connections to basically make it like a stock plug. This does plug into the stock location. I verified it. In fact, the driver's side is already done to make sure everything was correct and
Just
to
like
make sure all the wiring.
video, he did a driver's side. I will be doing the passenger side.
She's going to be doing all the passenger side, including connecting these to the end of the wires, these ends, just like this one right here, and installing them in this. And then we'll show you the whole process of what you can do, the tools you need, as well as
you get to plug these babies back up.
And then you get to put them back in. So let's go ahead and I'm gonna pull you off the tripod and I'll show you kind of the tools and everything that you need. So, okay. So first off, let me show the tools you guys need. As well as so you need a pair of dikes. You don't need flush cuts. If you guys don't know what flush cut dikes versus regular dikes are, see the flush cuts? So see the line right there. It's kind of hard to see, but you do have a line right there where has a groove. It's not flat. Where if you look at that one, is completely flat. This right here, let go. This right here is completely flush. These are good for zip ties and stuff. You don't want to cut wire or anything like that with these. These are more for zip ties. Those right there are what we'll be using. So I'll get those out of the way. Okay, wire strippers, flush cut dikes, regular dikes, and a pair of pliers. I'll show you what the pliers are for. They're not necessary, but I use them just to make it a little bit easier. And these right here, these are to install these pieces right here. And this right here is what it comes as. You just break them off. As you can tell, I already broke a couple off. And
good thing they give you a lot, because I'm sure you're gonna screw up.
well, I bought 100 of those. You don't need to buy that many. I just bought 100 just because I know I'm gonna have multiple Broncos to be able to do it. And if I know anybody around that needs one, I have those, and I also have these right here if there's a problem with it. Especially since I've never really messed with these before, I went ahead and did this. So if you guys want the numbers, I will link them down below.
Don't break the tripod.
Oh, I got plenty. Okay, so first off.
All right, so when you do the wiring, Make sure that you don't do this end. You want to do the end that you did prior, or that we did prior. I don't think that can
Just
come
cut
off
it off.
then. Yeah.
Yeah, the last one I was able to pull off, so.
Yeah, I try and pull them off first just to save me some hassle of splicing it, but separate the wire a little bit. Now you want me to use this one?
No, these right here. So you'll go to 16, give it a little bit more right there. Should go down one more, or that. Just pull it. Okay.
I got lotion on my hands, so my hands are slippery.
So what you do with this, what she's doing right now is she's twisting the wire. She'll flip it back over on itself again, twist it again the second time, and then do that one more time. The reason being, these right here are a little bit, you want enough in here to grab a hold of it. If it's too thin, it'll pull right out. That right there will verify it's got plenty of.
Okay. So now you got this lovely copper blob.
Yeah, perfect. So she'll break off one of the little connectors. So these are pin connectors, is what they call them.
No, this way.
Yeah. So let me show you before she gets into there too much. These out of the way.
Yeah.
Here, let me have the end right here. And let me have the wire. So what you'll want to do is, if you can see, there's two different sections.
We really don't have anything to like.
Perfect. I have something perfect. I'll use the Bronco. Hold the Bronco like that. It's a black background. So if you look at it, there's a big section here and a little section here. What you want to do is you want the big section to grab a hold of the wire and the little section right here to grab a hold of the outer sheathing of the wire itself, the plastic covering. Thank you, Bronco.
That was a Bronco come in so handy.
Yeah. That was a Wild Trax, by the way. Thank you, Wild Trax Bronco. Our Black Diamond Bronco doesn't have a roof on it. Neither one of them do. So, Wild Trax is handy for something. This is going to be the tricky part because you need to, so what you'll do, you can't, yeah, you got to push it all the way out. So what you'll do is you'll grab it a hold of this one right here so it'll sit.
Okay, we're doing that one there. I don't know if y'all can see it.
Yeah. So the way you do the wiring, I showed her, but I'll show you guys. This right here goes right there on that. And as it goes in, it curls it in on itself like this, almost like a heart, and then presses into the wire itself.
Folds over on itself. All right, so let's see if I can.
It's upside down. So you want it to be like that with the bottom sitting on this part. This part right here has the heart-shaped top.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I'm a noob. Come on. Don't bash me in the comments.
Keep pressing it.
Okay. So, Wild Trax, please. Give you guys an idea. Hopefully you can see that.
Yeah, so it folds in on itself. Now what she'll do
and
is...
I'll do the second part of it.
So if you notice, this thing has it doesn't have a release, so it stops like that. You have to do fully compress. There is a way to do it. You just press that on the bottom and pull out. You don't have to get these. These are fairly expensive. I think they were like 25 bucks, but anytime I can buy a tool for the garage that I may need later on, I absolutely do it.
Yep, and this is going to give him the excuse to buy another toolbox. You just watch.
But honey, I have so many tools.
But honey,
We need another toolbox.
we need a bigger house.
No, we need a bigger garage. The house just comes with it. And remember, you're going to have it upside down.
Well, no, I don't, because this is the backing. That's the hard part.
The heart part's up here.
For crying out loud.
So always verify when you do it and make sure that...
What?
There you go.
Dexterity is not my thing. So.
No, it really takes a lot.
Yeah. Get your little fanny in there. There.
So there you go. Again, with the help of the Wild Tracks, it's connected onto the wire itself right there. It's connected onto the sheeting, and now you have two of them together. Now, before we
pull it and make sure it's tight.
yeah, it's tight.
Okay.
Now, what we'll do, we'll go through the same process with the other two. We'll just speed through it and show you if we have any mistakes. Now, we don't put the wires on just yet for these because we have to verify the positive and negative on it. And I will link, before we put all that stuff together, we will link the, what do you call it? The wiring diagram. We'll put it up in a picture.
I think this one ate some wire.
That's fine. Yeah, so you're gonna cut that off completely. Yeah, most of it will. So.
Yeah, they're eating wires. Get these things away from me.
Oh, they're supposed to. They're supposed to grab a hold of it. That means they were done well.
Yeah. You know, like number 16?
Yeah, it's number 16. 16 or 18. Now, let me see the end of that real quick though. See,
You may have to go a little bit further. Yeah, I'm gonna have to
Get
go a
rid
little
of-
bit further.
Cut this off so it's flush. Same with these. Yeah, just
go
cut this
down,
one off
yeah.
flush right there. So there you go. Oh,
I got it.
so I'm gonna let her do the next two all by herself.
Oh boy. Be nice to me in the comments.
Oh, they'll be nice to you. You've never done this before. Neither have I, so I'm sure there's somebody out there who said
you've
we
done
did it
this
wrong.
before.
No. Except for, this is the first time I've ever used this stuff. It's not that hard. It's not
No,
that
I
bad.
thought you had it when you had your show cars with the sound system.
No, I use different type of connections for that. I rewired the whole stereo system. So, on a side note, I used to do competition radios with a friend of mine. He owned a business or worked at a business, and we used to put in competition stereos together. My vehicle had a competition stereo installed as well. I would never use this stuff. I would rewire the entire car from front to back for the stereo. It's just factory installed. Most people do this. For the Black Diamonds, I might do something similar to rewire the entire car, but
A little bit longer.
that takes a lot of time and most people don't do that, but I may do that anyways.
What car do you want to do that in?
Black Diamond. I'm not doing it in this one. Black Diamond will be the one that will go all in.
Pink, pink. They don't come on.
Let's see real quick. Perfect. So there you go. Second time, no help. I don't need to be in the video anymore. Come on, user, let's go. now that we have that, we'll go out to the vehicle and we will install the plugs and show you how we do the plug. Now this one right here, I've already pushed in. Now, you're not gonna be able to see it. You're not gonna be able to see it, but this one right here, I have X's all over it because inside there's a little piece that you have to push in. So what you'll do is, let me see one of these. You'll feed the wires through this right here on both sides. Now it is the outer two. Even though there's 3 holes, you only use the outer 2. The center one is completely free of wiring for the Bronco itself. Now you'll put it in there. Then when you finally push it all the way in, this right here, when you go to connect it, it'll push in and lock on the features on these plugs. These pins, that way they don't get pushed out. So we'll show you that when we get to it. Right now, we do not have the wiring diagram showing what's positive and what's negative. So we'll go through that. We'll show it at the end of this video of the positive and negative terminals. And then we'll be right out there. So see you there. Okay, so before we install the speakers, we are gonna take off these clips that we put on and we are going to wrap it with electrical tape. So the easiest way for us to remove them is basically stick the screwdriver in this little area right here and pry it out. Comes out pretty easy.
This right here?
No. Go under.
Oh, under it?
Yeah, right there.
Okay.
Just pop it out down. There you go.
Getting them off is
okay.
Actually, you know what?
Just leave it off.
Yeah, just make sure that you don't lose it. That kind of hurt when it goes into his foot.
There you go. Yeah, that's the one we were having troubles with. It wasn't staying in there. So what we'll do is we'll take a piece of tape. We will start wrapping one, and then after we wrap that one a little bit, we'll wrap the other one completely and then wrap them both together, just that way they're nice and secure.
So yeah, that's gonna be fun.
Hang on. Here, just do this. I'll show you. Hold it real quick. What I was talking about is wrap it like that. So you go between the wires. Wrap it like that. We already have it connected or wrapped. Then wrap the entire thing. You don't have to wrap them up separately. As long as you have a connection that isn't touching each other, you have enough between this. There you go. Perfect.
Okay.
On a side note.
I don't even know how much of that I actually got on camera.
You're like right here with the camera. I'm like,
yeah.
God damn, you're not focusing in on anything.
That. Okay. Oh.
So on a side note, before you do wrap them, we've already figured out which one's which. Now, the schematic you see at the end of the thing, this right here, let me see if I get a light. This right here, you'll see pink and orange, or sorry, purple and orange, and you'll see a yellow one with a gray stripe. Now, one's positive and one's negative. We already figured out the pink is positive, so that's easy to remember. Pink is for positive. Now, you have to look on this side right here. This right here, you have a black wire with a white stripe and a completely black wire. There's no stripe on it whatsoever. So pink is positive. It goes on to the outer side. That connects to the black wire with the white stripe on it, which you follow down here. It's on this side. Even though it's wrapped right now, you can see the white stripe right there. Now, hold that right there. this right here is what connects to it. So now you know that the white stripe is a positive. The positive wire goes to the outer edge right here. So it goes to this side. So before I disconnect it,
Want me to do it?
I will show her. I'll let her do the other one, but you'll put this in that side. So if you look at right there, let me get it against the black background. This right here is a little bump. It has to go down. So what it'll do is do this here, put it in the right one, go that right there. Push it in just a little bit and verify once more, because once you get this in and clipped in, you can't take it apart. You'll basically just have to cut it and redo it again. So go like that, don't push it in again, and there you go.
Okay.
I'll let Jill finish up. Since she didn't see how it was done before, she will do the one in the front all by herself.
Okay, so you put this one in. Like that.
Yeah, and you'll have to push them in pretty far. They go in pretty much till the silver is completely gone. And you also have to be careful not to bend the connection, the pin on the outside. Let me see it.
Yeah, it's about as far as it's gonna go.
Okay, hold this. What I did. Goes in just a little bit further, like that, like that, like that. Don't push on the wire itself, push on the outer edge of the pin. And the pins are slightly protruding right now, so.
Okay.
Now, what you'll have to do is you'll have to push it in while holding those pins from coming out. They shouldn't, they should just slide right in. It doesn't push in very easily. So what I've done, it has to go past the clip. That's why that's what I was saying. So what I've done, hold this, I'll show you.
Sorry guys.
So I'm showing her how to do this one. So what you'll do is you'll grab a hold of this and grab a hold of that and press in. Once you finally get past it, it'll actually clip into itself.
Oh, okay.
It does take a little bit of effort to push in, so. Right there, you heard it clip?
Yep. Click.
Now, a little bit of a tug, doesn't go, and you can see the wires sticking all the way through. Quite a bit, actually. So I don't know if you guys can see that. The wires stick through, they go into here. We can verify that the sound is working by hooking up the stereo. Last thing you want to do.
Got 39%.
We'll throw on the stereo just to make sure it makes some sound.
Okay. Now, does this have to be a certain way? Because I know we had a polarities reverse.
No. So.
Yeah, the big side goes to the big one.
And the small side goes to the small one. That's it. So. Okay.
All right, so we have the white, the solid white as the load power, and then this is going to be your ground.
Has a black stripe on it.
Yeah, with a black stripe.
Now, as we stated before,
on this, I don't know if you can see the colors very well.
You won't be able to see this, but there's two colors.
There's a purple with a
It's like a gray stripe.
Yeah, like a gray stripe, and then there's a yellow one with like a green stripe. The purple is the power or load, and then this is gonna be your ground.
So purple for power, P for power.
Yeah, P for power.
Now, when we do this, before she starts hooking anything up, she needs to verify that it's the right way. So the best way to do it, slide that in there.
Yeah. And then it goes like that. So this would go over here. So I'm thinking the bulge is on the bottom.
Yep.
And then
Push it in, and then that one goes the same way.
Yeah, I gotta twist
in the very
it.
far one. So it is the two outer ones.
Yeah, hang on.
Now push them in as far as you can.
Do you have any?
There's that, but watch out. That does bend fairly easy. You don't want to break the pin off. So what it was the pin was bent a little bit. Are we getting those already?
Yeah, they've been here.
Holy crap.
Yeah, they've been here. They've been here for like a month already.
You guys can take all the love bugs you want. Please take them. They're annoying as hell. So anyways, the pin was bent this way, so it wasn't going in the hole that's in the bottom. So that's why she was having a hard time. The other pin is in there. There you go. All she's gonna do is push it in just very carefully the rest of the way. Try not to gouge the wire. And then putting it in there is gonna be the next step. Don't want you to break anything. So grab it right there and right there. Oh, shit. Okay, first off, the plug we had something was wrong with it. We had put it in there. I think some of the wires, the stray wires, were touching each other, so they're grounding out. So I ended up redoing the entire plug altogether. Was nothing she did. It's just, it happens. I actually put a plug together the other day, and the inside broke apart as I was pushing it together. I also broke the clip off of this, as you've seen before. No big deal. It still works. All I have to do is put a screwdriver in there, pop it out, and do it. I am gonna order a new plug for this. That way there's no issue later on when I get to the point. If I ever take this apart, I will have extra hardware to fix our screw-ups.
Screw-ups happen.
Yeah, screw-ups happen. So we will put this in there and show you after that. So we'll go to the sound portion of it. Since she did do the Dynamat, we'll show you what it sounds like next video. Okay, bye. Or we're doing all of them at the same time. So there was some complications with the plugs. One of the plugs was bad. Some of the wiring was kind of hanging over each other, but it's actually a simple process. I messed up one, she messed up one.
It happened.
I messed up two, actually, because I messed up one fixing the one that she had an accident with the wires with. So that's why I ordered multiple plugs and multiple wires. Is it hard? No, you get used to it after a while.
But like anything with somebody that really doesn't do stereos for a living, you're gonna screw up, but that's how you learn.
Yeah, and that's part of the process. Learn, make it better for the next time. Whenever you do this, the next time, it is something you're gonna remember. It's not that hard. It's pretty simple. It's just they're delicate pieces. Now, again, please, if you guys, the very last link in the video, or very last link down below in the description, is the guy who actually gave me the part numbers and stuff for the wiring. So shout out to him. Again, your link is down below. Also, the links for the pins and the connectors that I bought are also down below, as well as the crimping tool. Now again, you don't have to buy that crimping tool. That was a little more expensive than most people are worth. It was like 25 bucks, but there are a lot cheaper out there. I just like that one it was well made and it was orange. Go figure. I don't know. The color got it. Match our Bronco.
Yeah.
But
Not our garage, our Broncos.
Our garage is green. Go figure. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and hopefully you find this helpful, because now you don't have to dike the wires. You just have to make new plugs. So it's a give and take. Okay. See ya. Bye.